everybody. We're back here cleaning up our garden, and in the midst of harvest season, we still have our ginger. And you can see these shoots that are coming up all over the place. Really, we just started with only a couple of these shoots that we propagated from some organic ginger. We got some tubers. We put the tubers in some soil, and the tubers shot up these little shoots like this, and we dug them out. They had little roots on them, and we planted those. Over the summer, those little plantings, those little propagations turned into full plants with more tubers. And successfully, we've harvested a little bit of ginger throughout the garden. We had it co-planted with some other of our other plants, some in these beds, some in some beds over there, and it is delicious. So today, we're going to harvest the last of our ginger out of these 3 pots that we have here. Okay, here's one of our plants. We got a couple of these weeds out of here, and let's get into it. Now, I brought a shovel, and you can kind of expect these 3 to be in line with each other. So the ginger tubers probably going in this direction. So I'll take the shovel, we'll go on just in front of the tuber. I don't want to stab the tuber or damage it. I want to try to dig it out as best as I can without damaging it. Just kind of lift it, get down in there and lift it as if it were any other kind of root crop, like a potato. Okay. I'll get it out here, we'll clean it off. And you can see 1, 2, 3 full shoots. You can see all the roots coming off here. And this whole area here is all ginger root, edible ginger root. I don't keep these, just kind of cut these off here, and we'll clean this off. We'll spray this off, and we'll actually cut these shoots off here, and we'll chop these up. We'll put them in soup this season, and we got a beautiful ginger here to make tea. What we originally planted was something that looked like this. It was a little bit bigger, but you can see here, there's some fresh green growth coming up on that. That is what will turn into one of these new sprouts. And these sprouts will come off of the ginger tuber, and it will sprout, and you can dig those up with roots on them. So we're here with our ginger propagation, and all the ginger in all 3 of those pots, and including other sprouts we had throughout the garden here, were all taken from this one tray. And to be exact, it was all taken from the same tuber as well. So deep inside here, we've got a couple, you can see it right there. There's the tuber. And if we were, let's sacrifice this one for the sake of knowledge here. Maybe we'll just replant it. But we have this tuber here. So if we pull the tuber out, these are the tubers that we purchased. You can see that this little sprout has some roots. So what we would do is we would break off the now new shoot, take the old tuber, plant the old tuber where it would. Now see, this old tuber actually has a couple new sprouts coming up, so it's okay that we sacrifice this tuber. We'll replant that tuber, and then we'll go take this shoot that has a root here, a couple roots coming off, and we'll go plant this out into the garden or in a pot somewhere. For the sake of this video, let's plant it right here next to, actually this is a terrible place to plant it. I'm just going to plant it right back into here, and we can take care of it from there. But there are just a couple more tubers down there, and I'll take this tuber that we just found that had a little fresh green popping up, and I'll just plant that in here as well. And what we'll do is we'll get all this taken out probably, and we'll just replant these. It's the end of the season, so we have no reason to plant these anywhere out there. We're in zone 5A, 6B in Michigan, and we're gonna get snow. So this is all gonna freeze. The ground's gonna freeze in the next 6 weeks completely. So it's the end of the season for ginger outside, but we'll probably take some of these inside, put them in some pots, and grow them indoors. And then we can have ginger all season long. But why grow ginger? Well, it's easy to propagate, it's easy to grow. It is a high value crop. It grows very densely, and I find that it makes a great companion plant for many reasons. It's very aromatic, and it grows well. It's nice and thin. It's not really going to disturb too much, and most of what you're harvesting is beneath the soil anyways. It also promotes digestion. It's an anti-inflammatory. It makes great teas. It's overall a great benefit for good health. And honestly, it's just fun to grow. It's easy to propagate and get started, so it kind of makes watching the life cycle very interesting. So very fragrant. Very fragrant. Oh wow, what's this? A potato. That's all. Pretty random.